Before we start today's show, we want to invite you to stick around at the end of the episode to enjoy a preview of a new podcast that premieres on July 14th. As the industry's exclusive cannabis podcast network, MJBulls is proud to present Women Leading in Cannabis. Join host Kira Reed each week for inspirational discussions with women who are leading the cannabis industry. For too many years, families of children with devastating illnesses have felt helpless as they watch their child suffer. Today, they're taking matters into their own hands and finally finding relief treating their child with cannabis. This is one family's story.
Hi, this is Osiris Stephen.
This is Nina Simmons.
This podcast is about our life called Love and Cannabis. And it's basically our journey to the unknown as it relates to cannabis and treating our son who has epilepsy with cannabis or CBD oil, as you would think. For the most part, our podcast is just really laid out as a family who have been basically thrust into helping our child by the use of cannabis, which is supposed to be a taboo of sorts in a way, even though now it's becoming almost mainstream. But for us, we don't fit the typical family that would be using it to treat a child with an ailment. So we hope that with our podcast that we take you guys step by step, basically, of how we got here. We both live in New York. We're in Harlem, both professionals, Black couples, basically living an everyday life. Through some circumstances beyond our control, we were thrusted in a journey, as you can say, of, trying to help our child. I know there's many families out there that are going through the same things we are. We wanted to also let other people know that they're not alone. And that was one of our experiences, that we felt we were alone in this journey, that no one else is going through it, no one understands. And through time, we realized that we're not. And we're hoping that through our podcast, we could share some laughters, share some, sad stories, and then also share how we've overcome the things that we had to overcome to watch this young boy grow up and before our eyes. Also, we're going to touch on the ups and downs as you deal with parenting around it, and also dealing with relationships, also finances, all those things that many go through in a sense of being married with a child with a disability as well as an ailment. So we hope that we all, you join us and walk this journey with us, and hopefully share some laughs and some tears as well.
Hi, my name is Nina Simmons. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I'm a working professional. And like Osiris said, the name of our podcast is called Love and Cannabis, where we'll be sharing our journey through the use of cannabis to help our son, Aiden, who suffered from a very severe seizure disorder that caused him to have over 100 seizures a day. And we're just going to share our journey on how that was for us and hopefully help people out there who are going through the same thing. Not only does Aiden have seizures, but the seizures also manifest as behavioral issues as well, some sensory issues. So we basically want to help people who have all kids with all type of special needs as well. So listen in, and we hope you enjoy and learn from our experience. Think about something really catchy that we could say really quick, and they know that that's the end.
Okay.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like something that makes it like a signature send-off that we say every week, but it's very quick.
So say that's a wrap?
You can say, that's a wrap. See you next week for another episode of Love, and then you can say cannabis or something like that.
Okay.
One person will say that's a wrap, and then I'll say see you next week for another episode of Love, and then you can say cannabis. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right, guys, so that's a wrap. We'll see you next week for another episode of Love and
Cannabis.
Tell me, boy, It make me so bored. You need to walk the other way. I tell you once more. Please get out of my way. I don't want you no more. We're done here, boy. I know you think you're so fine, but you can't see clear. I've been wanting to bombard.
Hi, my name is Kira Reed, and I'd like to invite you to be inspired by the women who are leading in the cannabis industry. Each week, we will discuss empowerment, leadership, and what it means to be a woman in charge in marijuana, hemp, and CBD. As the founder of the Women Empowered in Cannabis community, I have had the great pleasure to get to know many brilliant and talented women who are CEOs, executives, politicians, advocates, and community leaders that are focused on creating a cannabis economy that is just, fair, and equal. We'll learn how these women make decisions, how they navigate a predominantly male industry, and what they're doing to level the playing field for women. I hope you'll join us.